How does structural integration address the body's fascial system? So, structural integration was the first therapy that was really looking at fascia as a tissue that needed to be worked with and not just sort of cut and set aside in order to look at other tissues. And fascia is what sort of the wrapping is holding us together. When I first trained in connective tissue therapy, which was sort of the beginning of my structural integration training, I was given a lump of cold Play-Doh and told to melt that cold Play-Doh by through heat and pressure. I could change this amorphous solid into through the process of thixotropy into a little bit more liquid state so that I could reshape it. And it feels like that. It feels like I'm sinking into fascial tissue and moving it around and melting it and giving it a new shape for people. However, that's not really true. Structural integration, the fascia doesn't respond that way. Fascia might feel like it's responding that way, but the mechanism of heat and pressure changing fascia is not really what's going on. It's not entirely clear why structural integration works, why these techniques do, but there's a couple of theories out there that are a little more up to date and make more sense. One is that we're talking about fluid exchange. By going into the area and getting the fluid going, we're causing some change and shift within the fascial structure. The other is nervous system, that fascia is 10 times more innervated with sensory nerves than muscle tissue is. What that means is that fascia is a sense organ. Fascia, when you feel your arm and you're feeling the muscles sore in your arm, it's not really the muscles that you're feeling. It is a little bit of the muscle, but it's mostly the fascia. The fascia is that sense organ for your skeletal muscular system that's giving information to the brain. So it seems like we're actually working with the sense organ, that the structural integration is interfacing with the nervous system and trying to encourage it to release tissues that don't need to be held anymore and maybe tighten up some tissues that could benefit from some tightening and create some more balance and fluidity throughout the structure. So doing that through a circulatory approach of moving fluids, as well as realizing that what we're doing is we're working with the nervous system during a structural integration session. That seems to be the mechanism in which structural integration is working.